My beloved child, tonight, I want you to be still for a moment and listen carefully, because this message did not reach you by accident. Before you continue with the distractions of this day, before you allow fear to speak louder than faith, I want you to know something that your heart desperately needs to hear. I have seen every battle you have been fighting in silence. I have seen the tears that never reached anyone else's eyes. I have heard the prayers you whispered when nobody was around, and I have not ignored a single one of them. There were moments when you wondered if I was listening. There were nights when you looked at your situation and questioned whether anything would ever change. You asked yourself why some doors remained closed, why certain answers seemed delayed, and why the road ahead looked so uncertain. But my child, what you call silence is not abandonment. What you call delay is not rejection. And what you call a dead end is often the place where I begin preparing a new path. I know that your heart has grown tired from carrying burdens you were never meant to carry alone. I know there are worries you keep hidden behind your smile. There are questions you continue asking and fears you try to overcome by your own strength. But tonight I am asking you to release those burdens into my hands. You do not have to figure everything out before I help you. You do not have to become stronger before I stand beside you. You do not have to be perfect before I love you. I loved you before the battle started. I loved you during the storm. And I will love you long after this difficult season has passed. Listen carefully, because this is important. The enemy has been trying to convince you that nothing is changing. He has been trying to make you focus only on what you cannot see. He wants you to believe that your prayers have accomplished nothing. But if only you could see what I see. There are things already moving in your favor that have not yet appeared before your eyes. There are obstacles being removed. There are doors being prepared. There are lessons strengthening your spirit. There are blessings approaching that you cannot yet recognize. Do not judge your future based on your present circumstances. The seed beneath, the ground appears lifeless before it breaks through the soil. The dawn is invisible before the first light appears in the sky. And many of my greatest works begin long before anyone can see the evidence. My child, I need you to stop measuring my faithfulness by what is happening around you. Measure it by who I am. Have I not carried you before? Have I not protected you through seasons you thought would destroy you? Have I not opened doors that seemed impossible? Have I not provided for you in ways you never expected? The same God who helped you yesterday is still holding you today. I have not changed. My power has not diminished. My promises have not expired. And my plans for your life have not been canceled. There are moments when you become so focused on what you are waiting for that you forget how far you have already come. Look back for a moment. Remember the battles you survived. Remember the prayers I answered. Remember the situations that once looked impossible. You are standing here today because my hand never left you. Even when you felt alone, I was there. Even when you doubted, I was there. Even when you wanted to quit, I was there, and I am still here now. I want you to understand something deeper. Your current season is not punishment. It is preparation. I am building things within you that could never be developed through comfort alone. I am teaching you to trust me even when you cannot see the outcome. I am teaching you to walk by faith and not by sight. I am teaching you to recognize my voice above the noise of fear. And one day you will look back at this season and realize that what felt like a setback was actually part of your preparation for something greater. Do not let discouragement speak louder than my promises. Do not let fear become your guide. Do not let temporary circumstances convince you that your future is hopeless, because I am already standing in the future you are worried about. I know every detail. I know every challenge. I know every opportunity. And I know exactly how to lead you through it. Tonight, I want you to breathe again. I want you to stop carrying tomorrow's burdens. I want you to stop replaying yesterday's disappointments. Come back to this moment. Come back to my presence. Come back to the place where faith becomes stronger than fear. My child, there is a reason you are hearing these words right now. Your story is not over. Your purpose is not lost. Your blessing has not been forgotten, and your prayers have not been ignored. Something is happening beneath the surface that you cannot yet see. Trust me. Hold on a little longer. Pray a little deeper. Believe a little stronger. Because the season you have been praying for is closer than you think. And when the time is right, I will reveal what I have been preparing all along. For now, rest in my presence. Let my peace quiet the noise within you. Let my love heal the places that have grown weary, and let your heart remember this truth. You are not walking through this season alone. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will never leave your side. Continue, my child, because your breakthrough is closer than it appears. My beloved child, as you continue walking with me, there is something else I want you to understand tonight. Many of the answers you seek are not hidden because I desire to keep them from you. They are hidden because your heart is still being prepared to carry them. There are blessings that require wisdom before they arrive. There are doors that require maturity before they open. There are promises that require deeper roots before they can bear fruit. Do not mistake preparation for rejection. Do not confuse waiting with abandonment. I know there have been times when you looked at others and wondered why their lives seemed to move forward while yours appeared to stand still. You watched opportunities come to them. You saw prayers answered in ways you hoped yours would be, and quietly, without saying it aloud, your heart asked, "Father, have you forgotten me?" My child, I have not forgotten you. I know every dream you have placed before me. I know every prayer you have repeated through tears. I know every desire hidden within your heart. Nothing about your life is invisible to me. The problem is not that I cannot see you. The problem is that you cannot yet see everything I'm doing. If you could see the full picture, you would understand why some doors remained closed. You would understand why certain people had to leave. You would understand why some opportunities disappeared. You would understand why some delays were actually protection. There are paths that looked beautiful from a distance but would have wounded your soul if you had continued walking on them. There are relationships you wanted to keep that would have distracted you from your purpose. There are desires you begged me to fulfill that would have brought temporary happiness but long-term emptiness. Because I love you, I do not give you everything you ask for. Instead, I give you what will bring you closer to the life I created you to live. Trust my wisdom even when you do not understand my decisions. Trust my heart, even when my hand seems hidden. Trust my timing, even when your own timeline feels delayed. My child, I want you to remember something. Every season has a purpose. The seed does not become a tree overnight. The river does not carve a canyon in a single day. And faith does not become strong without being tested. The strength you now possess was built through battles you once wished to avoid. The wisdom you now carry came through experiences you never wanted to face. The compassion within your heart was born through pain you thought would destroy you. I have used every season for your growth, even the painful ones, even the confusing ones, even the seasons that made you question everything. Nothing has been wasted. Not a single tear, not a single prayer, not a single moment of waiting. I am able to take what was meant to discourage you and turn it into something that strengthens you. I am able to take disappointment and create wisdom. I am able to take brokenness and create compassion. I am able to take delay and create endurance. My child, there is a work taking place within you that is more valuable than anything happening around you. The world focuses on outward success, but I focus on the condition of your heart. The world celebrates appearances, but I look at character. The world values recognition, but I value transformation. And right now, I am transforming you. I am teaching you how to trust when certainty is unavailable. I am teaching you how to remain faithful when results are delayed. I am teaching you how to walk with me instead of depending entirely on what you can see. That is why you must not give up now. You have come too far to surrender to discouragement. You have survived too much to allow fear to define your future. You have witnessed my faithfulness too many times to believe that I will fail you now. Lift your eyes again, not toward the problem, not toward the delay, not toward the uncertainty. Lift your eyes toward me, because the moment you focus only on the storm, You forget who controls the sea. The moment you focus only on the obstacle, you forget who created the mountain. The moment you focus only on your weakness, you forget the strength of the one who walks beside you. I am still your provider. I am still your protector. I am still your guide. And I am still writing your story. There are chapters ahead that you have not yet imagined. There are blessings ahead that you have not yet seen. There are victories ahead that will remind you why you never should have given up. So tonight, release your fears into my hands, release your questions into my hands, release your future into my hands. You do not need to carry what belongs to me. You only. My beloved child, there is something I need you to remember whenever uncertainty tries to enter your heart. Not every battle is visible. Some of the greatest victories begin in places your eyes cannot yet see. You often look for proof that I am working. You search for visible signs, immediate answers, and clear evidence that your prayers are making a difference. But many of my works begin beneath the surface long before they appear in the open. Consider the roots of a tree. While others admire the branches, the roots are growing in silence. While no one notices them, they are becoming stronger. While no applause is given, they are preparing the tree to stand against future storms. My child, there are seasons when I work within you the same way. Others may not see what I am doing. Even you may not fully understand it. Yet every day I am strengthening something within your spirit. Every prayer offered in faith is accomplishing more than you realize. Every act of obedience matters. Every moment you choose faith over fear matters. Every time you return to me after disappointment, something beautiful is being built inside you. Do not underestimate these small moments. The world celebrates dramatic changes, but I often work through faithful steps. One prayer, one decision, one act of trust. One day at a time. This is how mountains are moved. This is how hearts are transformed. This is how destinies unfold. My child, I know there are situations that seem impossible to you. There are burdens you cannot solve. There are questions you cannot answer. There are people you wish you could help but do not know how. There are doors you desperately want opened, and there are wounds that still ache when nobody else is watching. Bring all of these things to me. Not because I need information. I already know. Bring them because I want you to stop carrying them alone. You were never created to be your own savior. You were never meant to control every outcome. You were never meant to live beneath the weight of constant worry. That burden belongs to me, and when you place it in my hands, you make room for my peace to enter your heart. My beloved child, I see the battles that nobody talks about. The silent struggles, the private disappointments, the hidden fears. The nights when sleep would not come easily, the moments when you smiled for others while carrying pain within yourself. I saw every one of those moments, and I was closer than you realized, even when you felt alone, even when you felt forgotten, even when you wondered whether anyone truly understood. I understood. I was there. I am still there, and I am working in ways greater than you can currently imagine. Do not allow temporary circumstances to define your future. The story is not finished. The chapter is not complete. The final answer has not yet been revealed. Trust me enough to continue walking. Trust me enough to keep believing. Trust me enough to keep praying. Because what seems delayed is not lost. What seems hidden is not forgotten. And what seems impossible remains possible in my hands. My child, the day is coming when you will look back at this season and understand why I asked you to trust me. You will see connections you cannot yet see. You will recognize protection you did not notice. You will understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. And your heart will finally realize that I was guiding you, even when the path appeared unclear. For now, stay close to me. Stay in my presence. Stay rooted in faith. And remember this: you do not need to know everything about tomorrow. You only need to know the one who is already there. Continue, my child. Continue, my child. For there is a reason I keep calling you forward even when the road seems unclear. There is a reason I continue asking you to trust me even when your eyes cannot yet see the outcome. There is a reason I continue speaking peace over your heart, while the world around you remains uncertain? It is because I know what lies ahead. I know the valleys you have not yet entered. I know the mountains you have not yet climbed. I know the victories waiting beyond the battles that currently stand before you. And because I know these things, I ask you not to surrender to fear. Fear has a way of making tomorrow appear larger than it truly is. Fear whispers that you will not have enough strength. Fear tells you that the obstacles are too great. Fear convinces you that the future is unsafe. But fear cannot see what I see. Fear only looks at circumstances. I look at destiny. Fear looks at limitations. I look at possibilities. Fear looks at human weakness. I look at divine strength. My beloved child, there are moments when your heart becomes tired not because the battle is too difficult, but because you have been trying to carry it alone. You were never meant to carry every burden. You were never meant to solve every problem. You were never meant to understand every mystery. Some things require faith, some things require patience, and some things require simply resting in my presence until clarity comes. There are answers that arrive through effort, but there are also answers that arrive through surrender. Many of my children exhaust themselves trying to force open doors that I have not called them to enter. They spend precious energy fighting battles I never asked them to fight. They become consumed with worries that were meant to be placed in my hands, and in doing so, they miss the peace I have been offering all along. My child, I want to teach you a different way, a way that is not driven by panic, a way that is not controlled by anxiety, a way that is not dependent upon perfect circumstances. I want to teach you how to walk with me. Because when you truly walk with me, your perspective begins to change. You no longer see obstacles the same way. You no longer interpret delays the same way. You no longer view closed doors as permanent defeats. You begin to understand that my wisdom extends beyond your understanding. You begin to recognize that my timing is not limited by human schedules, and you begin to discover that even what appears to be a setback can become a setup for something greater. There were seasons in your life when you thought something had ended forever. You believed certain losses would define you. You believed certain disappointments would break you. You believed certain doors would never open again. Yet here you are, still standing, still moving forward, still breathing, still growing, still loved. Do you see, my child? The very fact that you survived those seasons is evidence of my faithfulness. There were moments when you thought you would never recover, yet I carried you. There were moments when you thought hope had disappeared, yet I sustained you. There were moments when darkness seemed overwhelming, yet my light remained beside you. And the same God who carried you through those moments is carrying you now. I have not changed. My promises have not changed. My love has not changed. My purpose for your life has not changed. What has changed is that you are growing. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming more capable of recognizing my voice. Even when you do not realize it, my beloved child, do not despise the quiet seasons. Many people seek dramatic signs while overlooking the gentle ways I speak. They search for thunder while ignoring the whisper. They search for extraordinary moments while overlooking everyday miracles. But I am present in both. I am present in the unexpected breakthrough, and I am present in the ordinary day. I am present in the answered prayer, and I am present in the waiting. I am present in the celebration, and I am present in the struggle. There is no place where my love cannot reach you. There is no circumstance where my presence cannot find you. There is no night so dark that my light cannot enter. Remember this when discouragement tries to settle upon your heart. Remember this when uncertainty clouds your vision. Remember this when progress feels slow. The seed does not stop growing simply because it remains hidden beneath the soil. The roots continue developing even when no one sees them. And in the same way, my work within you continues, even when you cannot perceive it. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared. And preparation often happens in hidden places. Stay close to me, my child, because what I am building within you today will support the blessings of tomorrow. and what seems small. Now may one day become the very thing that changes everything. Continue, my child. Continue, my child. There are things happening around you that you cannot yet understand. There are pieces being moved into place that you cannot yet see. There are conversations taking place that you know nothing about. There are opportunities forming beyond your sight, and there are answers already on their way to you. This is why I tell you not to lose heart. Too often, my children become discouraged just before the breakthrough arrives. They become weary moments before the door begins to open. They begin to doubt when the answer is already drawing near. Do not allow that to happen to you. Stay faithful, stay hopeful, stay close to me, because what I have begun in your life, I will not abandon. My child, I know there are days when you feel as though nobody understands the weight you carry. You try to be strong. You try to keep moving forward. You try to encourage others even while your own heart feels exhausted. And sometimes you wonder who will encourage you. Sometimes you wonder who sees your struggle. Sometimes you wonder whether anyone truly understands what you have been facing. I understand. I see the battles behind your smile. I see the tears you hide from others. I see the questions you keep locked inside your heart. I see every disappointment. I see every sacrifice. I see every moment when you chose to keep going, even when everything within you wanted to stop. Nothing has escaped my attention, not one prayer, not one tear, not one act of faith, not one moment of trust. Everything matters to me, and because it matters to me, I am working even now. There are blessings I am preparing that will arrive at the proper time, not your time, not someone else's time. My perfect time. I know waiting is difficult. I know uncertainty is uncomfortable. I know patience can feel like one of the hardest lessons to learn. But my child, timing changes everything. A blessing received too early can become a burden. A door opened too soon can lead to unnecessary pain. A responsibility given before preparation can create confusion. That is why I work with wisdom. That is why I prepare before I release. That is why I shape before I send. Trust the process. Trust my heart. Trust my wisdom. Even when you cannot see the full picture, there are moments when you focus so much on what has not happened that you forget everything I have already done. Take a moment and remember. Remember the battles I brought you through. Remember the fears I helped you overcome. Remember the doors I opened when no path seemed possible. Remember the strength I gave you when you felt weak. Remember the peace I gave you in difficult seasons. The same hand that guided you then is guiding you now. The same love that protected you then is protecting you now. The same voice that comforted you then is speaking to you now. You are not walking alone. You never have been, and you never will be. My beloved child, stop measuring your future through the lens of your present struggle. The current chapter is not the entire story. The storm is not the destination. The delay is not the conclusion. The challenge is not the final outcome. There is more ahead, more growth, more healing, more peace, more joy, more purpose, more blessings than you can currently imagine. I know there are dreams within your heart that seem distant. I know there are prayers that remain unanswered. I know there are desires you continue bringing before me. Do not stop praying. Do not stop believing. Do not stop trusting. Because faith grows strongest when it continues even before results appear. And when the answer finally comes, you will understand why I asked you to wait. You will understand why I asked you to trust. You will understand why I asked you to keep walking forward. For now, remain steady. Remain faithful. Remain hopeful. Keep your eyes on me, and remember this truth. What I have promised, I am able to accomplish. What I have started, I am able to finish. What I have prepared for you cannot be taken away by fear, doubt, or circumstances. So rest tonight, my child. Let your heart be still. Let your worries fall away, and let my peace remain with you. Because even now, while you cannot yet see it, I am making a way before you. Continue, my child. Continue, my child. And before this message comes to an end, there is one final truth I want you to carry with you. For too long you have measured your life by what has not happened yet. You have looked at the doors that remain closed. You have focused on the prayers that are still unanswered. You have thought about the opportunities that never arrived. You have remembered the disappointments more than the victories. But tonight I want you to see yourself the way I see you. I do not see someone who has failed. I do not see someone who has been abandoned. I do not see someone who has been forgotten. I see someone who kept going when giving up would have been easier. I see someone who continued believing during difficult seasons. I see someone who stood back up after being knocked down. I see someone who refused to let darkness completely steal their hope. My beloved child, you are stronger than you realize, not because of your own strength, but because I have been strengthening you every step of the way. There were moments when you thought you could not continue, yet you continued. There were moments when you thought you could not endure another day, yet you endured. There were moments when you felt completely exhausted, yet somehow you found the strength to keep moving forward. That strength came from me. That peace came from me. That courage came from me, and it is still available to you today. The journey has not always been easy. There were valleys, there were storms, there were seasons of confusion, there were nights filled with questions, there were moments when the future felt uncertain. But through every season, I remained faithful. Through every battle, I remained present. Through every tear, I remained near. And through every setback, I continued working for your good. One day you will look back and understand. You will see how every piece connected together. You will see how the delays protected you. You will see how the waiting strengthened you. You will see how the closed doors redirected you. You will see how the difficult seasons prepared you. And you will realize that even when you could not understand my plan was still unfolding perfectly. My child, the chapter you are living now is not the end of your story. It is only one part of a much larger journey. Do not allow temporary struggles to convince you that your future is limited. Do not allow present difficulties to define what is possible. Do not allow fear to speak louder than my promises. Because what I have spoken over your life remains true. What I have planned for you remains secure, and what I have prepared for you remains ahead. There are blessings you have not yet seen. There are opportunities you have not yet discovered. There are moments of joy that have not yet arrived. There are prayers that are closer to being answered than you realize. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Not because everything is easy, but because I am with you. My beloved child, tonight, I want you to release what has been weighing down your heart. Release the fear. Release the disappointment. Release the frustration. Release the need to have every answer. Release the pressure of trying to control everything. Give it to me. Lay it down. You were never meant to carry all of it alone. You were never meant to walk through life carrying every burden on your shoulders. Let me carry what you cannot. Let me handle what you cannot change. Let me guide what you cannot see. For when you place your trust in me, peace begins to replace fear. Hope begins to replace discouragement. Faith begins to replace doubt. And light begins to replace darkness. My child, as this message comes to an end, remember these words whenever challenges arise. Remember them when the road feels long. Remember them when answers seem delayed. Remember them when uncertainty tries to fill your mind. Remember them when fear knocks at your door. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not without purpose. You are not without hope. I am with you in the valleys. I am with you on the mountains. I am with you in the waiting. I am with you in the breakthrough. I am with you in every season, and I will continue to be with you wherever the journey leads. So rest tonight, my child. Take a deep breath. Let your heart be still. Let your mind find peace. And trust that the one who has carried you this far will continue carrying you forward. The road ahead may not always be easy, but you will not walk it alone. My love remains with you. My peace remains with you. My presence remains with you, and my hand remains upon your life. Now go forward with courage. Go forward with